Hi everyone, welcome to another Shrimp Shack video. Something a bit different today. We're venturing away from shrimp and we're going to be setting up a fish tank. We'll be starting the Hardscape on this brand new 80-litre tank. I say brand new, it's actually second-hand, and I'm a massive advocate of buying second-hand tanks and reusing them where you can. This was an absolute bargain and I can't wait to set it up. I've already cleaned everything down because, let's be honest, you guys want to get straight to the juicy bit. So let's start scaping this tank. So let's grab some Hardscape off of the rack. These are pieces of wood and rock from previous tanks I've had that I've broken down, and some pieces that have just been really nice when I've been out in the stores and I had to bring back with me just in case. So on this tank we're going to be using base soil by Oaza. I've not used this one before, so I'm excited to give it a go. If it's anything like their other products, I'm sure it's going to be great. So we're not going to use too much of this around the front, as most of the plants will be going towards the back and sides of the tank. I will just get a little bit more in there. So this is going to help our plants do really well. So we're going to go for a lighter coloured sand. See how we get on with that. Probably need a bit more, to be fair. I think just a little bit more along the back, just so we can get a nice slope as well. How's that looking? So it's a nice gradual slope up to the back that we got going there. And then what we're going to do as well is we're just going to top that off with a little bit of a larger gravel. To get a bit more of a natural feel going on. And we'll probably come back with this stuff afterwards as well. Just if it's needed in any extra places. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with the wood first. And I've got a good idea of what I want to do with it. So we've got this nice piece here. I think what we can probably do we manage to do it right, another good piece here as well. Now I think what we might be able to do is actually wedge these two together. Potentially get it to stand up like that. There we go. Ideal, I'm loving that already. Then, how can I make that look bigger? Got another cool piece here. So I think let's try getting this one down in the back. Just to give it a bit more depth. Yeah, I think that works. And then let's have a play around and see if we can get these pieces to fit how we want them to. Figure out what's going to look best. That looks terrible. And what I'm trying to go for is a bit of a natural look, but where There's still nooks and crannies for everything to swim around. Maybe we could have it go backwards like that. How does that look? It doesn't quite look right. Definitely think this piece does need to go in this part. Maybe that's it there. I think once we've got some rock and also some plants, maybe some epiphytes, that probably will look pretty spot on. Now for the rock, so we're going to use some Sirius stone. I think we'll start with this piece here. Got a nice piece here. I think I know the perfect place for this one. And then what we can do when we're definitely decided is we can probably fit some tissue between that rock and that piece of wood and make sure that we get it glued down so it doesn't go anywhere. I think maybe if we get, I want it to look like there's a lot of this one back there. How's that looking? I think that doesn't look too bad at all. Another big one. And get it to try and look like maybe almost like a root has grown with the rock. Maybe we need another rock behind it to support it. Maybe if we get this one underneath, then it will fit a bit better without affecting everything else too much. Let's try something else. Not liking that either. That doesn't look so bad. I think I'm liking that now. See if we can get a bit of rock down. I think actually I want this piece of rock in there. Can I get this piece of wood to sit? Okay. Maybe we can swap this one out, actually. How is that looking so far? It feels like it's missing something. Do I have any smaller pieces left over? Let's try this one. Don't think that's the piece. Worm that one back out. Maybe this one? Maybe this one would be better here though, than that one. I feel like it needs more small stones on the left. So let's see if that one looks good here. That's probably looking better. And we don't want to lose too much planting space either. I think that's what we're going to go with. I think that might be it. Let's just try this stone here instead of that one. Does that work better? I think that one does work better. I think we are done with the hardscape. If you think I could have done anything better, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions and your thoughts, and maybe there's something that I missed. I think we'll just go back over with some of the some of this gravel. Just be really random when you're putting the gravel in, because you don't want it to look too man-made. Nature's random, so just kind of let it bounce in wherever. We're just securing some of the hardscape together, so some of the rock to the woods, just to make sure that when we do add water to this tank, it doesn't all float. And I've got some of the moss scapers glue. This stuff is awesome. It's really, really good. And what we're going to be doing is just stuffing a little bit of tissue and using the old tissue and super glue. Little trick. Hopefully I don't make a mess. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of sand just to cover up any of those bits. I've chosen the most awkward spot to glue that in, so that's my own fault. It's going to look a bit dodgy. Let's have a little bit down in here. But anything that we can't quite cover up with a bit of sand or anything like that, then we'll be able to go back over that with maybe some moss. So I'd say I'm pretty happy with how this has gone. There are probably some amateur things I've done when putting this together, but I'd say for the hardscape only at this point, it's looking pretty good. Obviously, it's easier for me to see it from different angles where I am, but I'm confident that once we've got some epiphytes and some plants in there to cover up any of those unnatural looking edges, then this tank's going to look really good. And I'm super excited to show you guys the fish that are going to be going in here. So the idea for this tank is fish from Papua New Guinea. There's going to be 2 types in here, and we're trying to keep all the plants to Southeast Asia. I can't wait to get this one planted. So keep an eye out for our future video where we'll be doing that. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe.